A second grade class trying counting collections. This is their second time using collection.
If you think we have, will you turn and tell your neighbor what we've done that involves counting collections before? Turn and tell each other if you've done this before. Have you done this before? Raise your hand if you heard someone else say something that you think the class should hear about counting collections, whether or not we've done it, and if we have, maybe they had something that you think that is worthy of sharing that you heard them say. Not what you said, what someone else told you. Zane, what did you hear someone say?
Luke said that we counted those, and we only counted how much we did, and I think he said that you count like by 5, 10, and 20s. We can do that.
Oh, so he gave some strategies too, that you could count by 5s, count by 10s, count by 20s. Is it okay if I write some of these ideas down to add to what we already have?
Yeah.
Okay, let's review what we have and then we'll add what you said. All right, everybody, what's our title of our chart here?
Counting
Collections. I wanted to know 2 things. I wanted to know how we do it, and I also wanted to know this question. What's this question, everybody?
Why?
All right, we came up with one really good reason why we count collections. What was that big reason?
Brain
power. All right, and then Zane, you brought up a couple points here, and I want to see if they're similar to what we have or if we should add something else. We said, how do we do it? What do? We write the total. We show your method, and we've been doing that on a sticky note, and that's been write down what you're thinking your collection has. Obviously, the first part you should put down is
Your name.
and then you should write down, if you're working with a partner,
Your partner.
their partner's name. If you don't have a partner, what do you think you do?
No one.
You just
Leave it alone.
Blank or leave it alone, yes.
We have.
All right, now these are a little bit tricky. The teacher who used this before wanted you to write a bag number. I don't have them numbered because we mix them all up all the time with kindergarten and the first grade. But I just want you to write what was in the bag. Give it a label of something. If it's beads, put beads. If it's pom-poms, put pom-poms. If it's stickers, put stickers. So we know which bag we're talking about. Then I want you to do, this is the most important step. I want you, what's this word? To estimate. Who knows what estimate means? Don't tell me. Tell a neighbor. Quickly, what does it mean to estimate? Go.
Yes.
Tell each other.
It means
What would guesstimate? What do you think it means to estimate? Can you just make a guess for me what you think it means to estimate?
to make 10
Okay, so you're thinking about the process of making tens and hundreds. We've been doing that, haven't we, Omar? For counting collections, we sure have. Jack, can you explain what you think it means too? What do you think it means to estimate?
To estimate, it means like to guess.
To guess. Okay, so I have an estimation. I see kids on the rug. I'm going to make an estimate. You ready? I'm going to guess or estimate there are 800 kids on the rug.
No.
No. So making a guess is one thing, but what kind of guess do I have to make, Brady? What kind of guess do I have to make if I'm estimating? Because I said, oh, there's about 800 kids on the rug. Is that a good guess, a good estimate?
No.
No. So what do you have to make? You have to make a good guess. A wise is an even better word. A wise guess. Good synonym for good. A wise guess. Okay? Now, we typically let you choose your collection. I'm still going to let you do that. And if you need a partner, you may choose a partner. However, you may not make them be your partner if they're waiting for a different collection. But if you came up with, and see if your estimate is different or the same or close or really far from the actual number in your bag. That's going to tell you whether or not you made a wise estimate, or if your estimate was too high, was your estimate too low. And we're going to talk a little bit about estimation after you come back today as well, and we'll talk about how you organized your counting collection too. And then there's this big box here for drawing me a picture of how you did it. If you did it and you spread them out in a big long line, draw me a picture of that. If you put them in groups, draw a picture of that and label it. If you did groups of 2 or groups of 5 or groups of 10, tell me what you did on your picture so we can all see that. Does that make sense? What do you do if you're done early? What if your collection's kind of small and you finish? What do you think you do? Jada?
You grab a new one.
Can you say that one more time?
You grab a new one.
You just take a new one, right? You turn your paper in, you take a new paper that will be on the black stool, and you turn it in, and you get a new one, right? Luke?
You said that the ones with the straws and the beads and the really hard ones.
Yes.
We get to pick 6 people.
Yeah, if you choose one of those gigantic teamwork ones, then yes, you would list all the people who worked with you.
30. I need to know. This is a black one. Where's this? 50. 60, 70. Well, at least there's some behind you. 40.
Gabby, can you tell me one more time, what was your strategy you're using to try to get your
How many are you putting in each cup?
You're getting 10 by 2s, that's a great strategy. And then you're putting,
When you count them, what are you going to do? You're going to go 10, 20, 30,
okay, and
right?
then what do you do?
Okay.
I found a
You start in your
plant.
cup? Oh, all right.
It's connected together.
Very good. I'll come back and check on you. Putting by 10. How are you organizing?
I counted. Each up 2.
We're putting it all in here. And then really, Sydney. I'm guessing it's like I gotta go 90. 70. We're putting it all in here. Yeah, I want to just keep the rest out. Then we're gonna have to send it out. Okay. It's gonna be so hard.
Okay.
Look at this. 2 straws in 1.
You're going to count that as 1 or 2?
1, 2.
2.
1, 2, 3, 4. They're all big 5.
Mrs. Brown, do you want to see this? What is your strategy this whole week?
Addie is collecting them and putting 10s in there.
Okay.
And then once she's got 100, she can put this on here. And then
How come I can't use this for groups of 10?
because there's a lot more space.
Oh, there's more space. So you're choosing this. So what's going in here?
100s.
And what's going in here?
10s.
10s. And what do you guys, Brady, what are you putting in here?
We're putting 10s in there.
Excuse me. 50.
It's kind of crazy, but we did have to use the cups right there. Let's put these back. 60. 70.
People to come and talk about what they did that I think is worth sharing. So if you could all get on the rug, not in the highway, because I might trip and fall, and that would be very bad. That's good, so we're just throwing. All right, everybody have their paper? My first person I think needs to share is, let me look at my notebook. I want Carly to come up first. Where are you? Carly, come on up. Round of applause for Miss Carly. Carly, come on up. Yes, bring your paper. All right, Carly. As soon as we're looking, do we need to go over discussion expectations? No, we can remember those things. Okay, so where should your eyes be? Show me. What about your hands? What about your bodies? And your lips? Thank you, Jada. All right. Eyeballs on Carly. Carly, I'm going to give this to you. Carly, my question is this. I saw when you were counting your collection, I saw you figuring out something pretty interesting as far as how you organized. It's okay. As far as how you organized your collection, so do you remember the one I pointed out? All right, would you hold that mic and you tell us what you did that I found interesting?
I sorted by tens, and when I got to 100, I put it in one cup.
Why did you not choose this to hold 1,000?
Because when it held 100, I saw that it was like that.
So when you put 100, it was almost full, you're saying? Then what?
And then I knew that there wasn't enough room to put 1,000 there.
So you knew there wouldn't be enough room for 1,000. How many do you agree? Do you agree? You said absolutely. Agree? Yes? All right. Anything different to add or something